Okay, so good afternoon sa ating mga audience ngayon. Press your number to be recognized. This is the final for the fourth year in the subject cybercrime laws. Alright, so ang activity natin ngayon ay self-evaluation sa cybercrime law. Make good because this is already the final coverage of our subject matter. To our visitors, you are all welcome. You may participate and look into the key answer para malaman ninyo yung academic preparations ninyo sa subject na ito. Alright, so fourth year, ang keyword natin for today or our magic word for today is cyber. Okay, cyber is our keyword for today. So, press natin yung word na cyber. Okay, cyber. Before we start. Ayan. So, nauna na dito si Bali Ronelio. Okay, si Nicole Astudillo. Alright. So, let's start. So, para hindi na tayo magtagal. Cybercrime laws. 25 questions tayo. Okay? Question number 1. Unauthorized tampering, destroying, deleting, or deteriorating computer data, electronic documents, or electronic data messages, as well as the introduction or transmission of viruses. Is it letter A? System interference. Letter B, data interference. Letter C, misuse of devices. Or letter D, cybersquatting. Kung medyo mabilis tayo, mag-read na lang kayo after this one. Question number 2. Unauthorized input, alteration, or deletion of computer data that results in inauthentic data with the intent that it be considered or acted on for legal purposes as if it were authentic. A. System interference. Letter B. Data interference. Letter C. Misuse of devices. Or letter D. Computer-related forgery. Question number 3. For favor or in consideration, willful engagement, maintenance, control, or operation directly or indirectly of any lascivious presentation of sexual organs or sexual activity via a computer system. A. System interference. B. Data interference. Letter C. Misuse of devices. Or letter D. Cybersex. Next, number 4. All kinds of businesses using the internet as a medium are protected by the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012. A. True. B. False. C. May be true. Or letter D. May be false. Question number 5. Who is the Executive Director of Human Rights Watch Asia Division and said the cybercrime law needs to be repealed or replaced? It violates Filipino rights to free expression and it is fully incompatible with the Philippine government's obligation under or obligations under international law. A. Adam Smith. B. Brad Adams. C. Cleve Bucster. Or letter D. Henry Faulds. Question number 6. A comparison between the Cybercrime Prevention Acts and policies of Philippines and India shows similarities to some extent and at the same time there are slight differences. A, true, B, false, C, may be true, or letter D, may be false. Number 7, unauthorized accusation, unauthorized acquisition, I should say, okay? I repeat, number 7, unauthorized acquisition, use, abuse, transfer, possession, change, or deletion of an individual's identifying information, whether natural or legal. A, computer-related identity theft. Letter B, data interference. Letter C, misuse of devices. Or letter D, cybersex. Number 8, acquisition of a domain name in bad faith and or on the internet to profit, deceive, harm reputation, and prevent others from registering it. A, cybersquatting. B, data interference. Letter C, misuse of devices. Or letter D, cybersex. Okay? Acquisition of a domain name. Number 9, unauthorized use of a computer password, access code, or similar data that allows the entire or a portion of a computer system to be accessed with the internet or with the intent, I should say, of using it to perpetrate any of the offenses listed in Republic Act 10175. A, computer-related identity theft. Letter B, data interference. Letter C, misuse of devices. Or letter D, cybersex. Number 10, those who get domain names of prominent brands and individuals who in turn are used to damage their reputation can be sued under this provision. A, computer-related identity theft. Letter B, data interference. Letter C, misuse of devices. Or letter D, cybersquatting. Number 11, the cybercrime law contains the following except A, substantive penal regulations. Letter B, procedural courses of action. Letter C, authority of the law enforcer to issue cease order. Or letter D, international cooperation rules. Number 12, this law is otherwise known as the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012, which addresses all types of cybercrime committed against and by means of computer system. A, Republic Act 10157. Letter B, Republic Act 10175. Letter C, Republic Act 10075. Or letter D, Republic Act 01175. Number 13, this provision can also cover authorized activity if the person's behavior went beyond the agreed upon scope and resulted in the damages listed in this provision. Okay? Letter A, computer-related identity theft. Letter B, data interference. Letter C, system interference. Or letter D, cybersex. Number 14, This cybercrime law is not punitive in nature. A. True. B. False. C. May be true. Or letter D. May be false. Number 15. In our cybercrime law, who will handle the evaluation and monitoring, including pre-operation, post-operation, and investigation outcomes, as well as any other documentation that may be necessary? A. DILG. Letter B. DOJ. Letter C. DSWD. Or letter D. PNP. Number 16 refers to the instruction, communication with storing data in, retrieving data from, or otherwise making use of any resources of a computer system or communication network. Is it A. Text, B. Access, C. SMS, or letter D. Message? Any representation of facts, information, or accepts in a form suitable for processing in a computer system, including a program suitable to cause a computer system to perform a function, and includes electronic documents and or electronic data messages, whether stored in local computer system or online. A. Computer data. B. Data. Letter C. Electronic message. Or letter D. E. Data. Cybercrime refers to a computer or a computer network, the electronic medium in which online communication takes place. A. True. B. False. C. May be true. Or letter D. May be false. Number 19. The collection of tools, policies, risk management approaches, actions, training, best practices, assurance, and technologies that can be used to protect the cyber environment and organization and users' assets. A. Cybersecurity. B. Cybercrime. C. Cyberdata. Or letter D. Cyber. 20 refers to a representation of information, knowledge, facts, concepts, or instructions which are being prepared, processed, or stored, or have been prepared, processed, or stored in a formalized manner and which are intended for use in a computer system. A. Database. B. Cybersecurity. C. Cybercrime. Or letter D. None of them. 21 refers to any information contained in the form of computer data or any other form that is held by a service provider relating to the subscribers of its services other than traffic or content data, and by which identity can be established. A. Data. B. Messages. C. Electronic information. Or letter D. Subscribers information. Next is 22. The access to the whole or any part of a computer system without a right. A. Illegal access. B. Data interference. C. System interference. Or letter D. All of them. 23. The intentional alteration or reckless hindering of interference with the functioning of a computer or computer network by inputting computer data or program, electronic document, or electronic data messages without right or authority, including the introduction or transmission of viruses. A. Illegal access. B. Data interference. Letter C. System interference. Or letter D. All of them. 24. The acquisition of a domain name over the internet in bad faith to profit, mislead, destroy reputation, and deprive others from registering the same. A. Data interference. B. System interference. Letter C. All of them. Or letter D. Cybersquatting. Okay, 25. The willful engagement, maintenance, control, or operation directly or indirectly of any lascivious exhibition of sexual organs or sexual activity with the aid of a computer system for favor or consideration. A. Data interference. B. System interference. Letter C. Cybersex. Or letter D. Cybersquatting. Alright, so hanggang dito ang ating sinagawang self-evaluation. So good luck. You are required to submit your answer not later than 3 o'clock. Okay? Link will going to close at exactly 3 o'clock. Alright, so hanggang sa muli. Maraming salamat. See you again next meeting.